everyone, my name is Haley Hodson and I am a harpist and a harp teacher. Today I'm going to show you how to tune a lever harp. There are lots of good videos out there for tuning, but I wanted to make this specifically for my beginner students. So let's dive in. So there are preferences as to what key to tune your lever harp to, but I like to start my beginners off with tuning to C major because it is the most straightforward. And then eventually we will retune to E flat. This first video will demonstrate how to physically tune the harp and also how to tune to C major. A scale in C major is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Tuning to C major means that there will be no sharps or flats and each note will be natural. You do not want to see or hear something like a C sharp or an F sharp or maybe an E flat or a B flat, for now at least. So let's first start off by making sure we have all of the right tools to begin the tuning process. First, you will need to make sure you have a tuning key. It is very important that you do not just buy a random tuning key from Amazon. Make sure you buy the correct brand for your specific harp. Most of my students play on Salvi or Lion & Healy harps. And for those, you can find the tuning key on harp.com or vanderbiltmusic.com. For any other kind of harp like Dusty Strings or Blevins, you'll want to buy the tuning key from those specific companies. The next thing you'll need is a tuner. I like to have my students get the Korg metronome and tuner combo, but there are also a few different apps you could use on your phone. Now that we have the correct tools, let's talk about some of the different parts of the harp. If you pull the harp back onto your right shoulder, we have the levers on the left side of the neck of the harp. This is the harp's neck. On the right side of the neck, we have the tuning pins. When you get ready to tune, make sure that all of your levers are down. This means that the lever is not pushed up against the string. When you move the lever up, it raises the sound or pitch up by a half step. This also means it is tightening the string. We do not want the strings to be under any tension when tuning, hence we keep the levers down. Now let's get ourselves set up and positioned to tune the harp. Leave your music stand on the left side of the harp and place your tuner on the music stand so that your hands are free. Position yourself on the left side of your harp, standing up. You want to be able to see both sides of the neck of the harp. Although it seems like an easier position to be on the right, it is more difficult to see whether you are tuning the correct string or not. So while standing on the left, you can place your thumb on the lever and guide your index finger to find the connecting tuning pin. Now, if you are a young student, you'll see that I am much taller and can easily see over this lever harp. So I will show you what I look like at my pedal harp for comparison. Sometimes I have to stand on my tippy toes to get to all the tuning pins, but it is still more efficient than tuning on the right side of my harp. Now let's talk about how tuning works, and we can just play around a bit. Let's first practice making the sound or pitch higher. In order to make the pitch go up, we need to tighten the string. We do that by placing the tuning key on the tuning pin and turning it towards the column. The column is exactly what you think it is. It's the tall column-like structure at the front of the harp. Okay, so we are turning the tuning key toward the column, or you can also think of turning it away from your body. Now, make sure to not overturn it, especially when raising the pitch, aka tightening the string. If you overturn it, it will snap. The string can only be tightened so much before it breaks. You'll want to turn it very slowly. While you are moving the tuning key, go ahead and play the string simultaneously and hear how the pitch is going up slowly. If you forget which way to turn it, you must use your ear and listen for if the sound is going up or down. Another thing to look for is how the string wraps around the tuning pin on the lever side. As the string tightens, you will see more wraps around the pin towards the neck. As you loosen it, you will see fewer wraps. Now that we've practiced tightening the string or raising the pitch, let's try lowering the pitch or loosening the string. Again, take your tuning key and place it on the tuning pin. This time, you'll want to turn the tuning key away from the column or towards your body. Pluck the string as you turn the key and listen to the pitch getting lower. Now, let's introduce our tuner. You may have something that looks like this Korg tuner and metronome. If so, the tuner is on the left side. Go ahead and turn it on. You should see a 3-digit number with an HZ. This means hertz and has to do with the frequency of sound. Make sure this 3-digit number is set to 440. Or maybe you'll have a harp teacher that prefers 441. I often tune to 441 myself. You can adjust this number by using the calib, meaning calibration, note button that has arrows for up and down. Click up and down until you reach 440. Once you pluck the note, the tuner will register the pitch and the note name will appear in the middle of the screen. Next, we will attempt to correctly tune our middle C string. Find the red string in the middle of your harp and start plucking it. Check to see what your tuner is reading it as. If it is reading as a C flat, know that flat means it is a half step lower, and we need to raise the pitch to a C natural, or just C. You will not see the natural symbol on the tuner. If it is registering as C sharp, know that sharp means it is a half step higher, and we need to lower the pitch to C. Once your tuner is reading C, we just need to perfect it. We do this by raising or lowering the pitch until the moving indicator line is perfectly in the middle. If the pitch is too low, the indicator line will be on the left side of the middle and will light up red. Or if the pitch is too high, the indicator line will be on the right side of the middle and will also light up red. You will probably have to adjust your string by tightening and loosening until you see the indicator line perfectly in the middle. When it is in tune, it will light up green. Now, if you just got your harp brand new and it was shipped to you in a box, it is likely that it is extremely out of tune. The factory has to loosen the strings during shipment to prevent them from snapping before arrival. It can be a bit confusing if your red string is not reading as any sort of C, whether C flat, C sharp, or C natural. Say it is reading as F. F on the harp are the bluish black strings. So how do we know if the tuner is picking up the F below our red C string or the F above? Meaning, how do we know if we need to make the pitch higher or lower? In the beginning, you will need to use me or your teacher as your guide. At the end of this video, I will play each string several times, starting from middle C going up, and then again from middle C going down. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you which C string is your middle C because there are many sizes of harps with different numbers of strings. So you will need to really listen, especially when I start at middle C, in order to hear if it is the same. You will need to listen closely to determine if your string sounds too low or too high. Know that as you go up the harp and pluck the shorter strings, the pitch or notes will sound higher and the strings are thinner. As you pluck the longer strings going down, the notes will sound lower and the strings will be thicker. Going up from C, the next note will be D, then E, then F, then G, then A, then B, then back to C. And just keep repeating that pattern. Going down from middle C, the next note will be B, then A, then G, then F, then E, then D, then C. Again, keep repeating this pattern all the way down to your lowest string. So with that, I will let you all get to practicing your tuning. Good luck and drop any questions you have in the comments.